The live stream ended. I don't know what happened. It kept saying something about my internet. Get y'all some fragrances, my guys. It'll it does something. Um, but get y'all some fragrances though. I like that Dior. I like um the Euros. I like both kinds of the Euros. I like the blue one and I like the red one. This is my first time actually having the red one, but I like it. Um, what other cologne I like? I like the YSL. I like the YSL. Bond number 9. Can't go wrong with the bond. You know, that's my thoughts. You can't go wrong with that bond. A lot of people don't like that. The Euros, for they say it's um, I guess it's too sexy. I guess like it's like you trying to be sexy, like a teenager smell like this. I guess call it that. That's what they other people want to say. Like it's seem more immature, you know. Like it seem like it's for teenagers, somebody 18, 19, 20, you know. But it's some good fragrance though. I like it. I'm in my 30s, you know. I like it. I wore it in my 20s, but you know, I still like it though. Cause if it's a now if it's not for a person that's married. If you married and you looking to be committed to your woman, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't looking to go, you ain't no person that just, you know what I'm saying, ain't no reason for you to really have that, you know, the Euros in your collection, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like not the blue one, the red one, maybe. I could still see room for the red one in there, but that light blue one, the first one that came out, the first, oh no, mm-mm. It ain't no reason for. I would say even in my 40s, I wouldn't see no reason for me to have that light blue. You know, that's for my nephew. But yeah, let's have a good conversation though. In my last video, I was saying how aliens are real. I was saying how if you have a child and you take them around dolphins, how they can know telekinesis. A person, I don't like saying that, but uh, only reason I be saying people and persons is because that's what you all know and refer to, but I do not, you know. So I forgive myself for saying it, you know. But he was not a human. We are not humans. We are not people. We are not a persons. You know that is not. That is just what they refer to you as, you know, and you just go by it as such. But that is not my title. But yeah, as a person, you adapt to your surroundings. You adapt to the sounds you hear. So as a child, if a child is hearing you speak Japanese, they gonna learn Japanese. If a child hear you speaking Chinese, they gonna learn Chinese. If a child hear you speaking English, they gonna learn English. This is a fact. It's not something that's I just made up. This is a fact. Humans adapt to their surroundings, to the things that they see, to the things that they hear. That's what we do. We adapt. You adapt to your environment, you know, depending on your DNA, your environment plays a lot to the reasons why to your health. So when it comes to your health, your environment plays a lot depending on your DNA. Look up the things that I say and you will see that it's true. Don't just go off of the things that I say and try and just you don't know what you're talking about. Nah, that ain't true. A lot of things you can look up on Google is not true. You know, all it is somebody that wrote it up, and you got a lot of people who might agree with it, but really it's just somebody who typed it up. You got to actually do the research to actually understand what's the truth. And how you do the research is actually do a deep dive, a deep web search. Don't just be the first stop and only stop is Google. Go and look up this. Go, like, what you see on the first thing you type up and what first thing pop up on Google. That's just like one of the most popular things, or one of the most recent things, or whatever like that. That's all that is when you first type it up on Google. But if you do a deep dive or a deep web search, or do like the peeling back layers basically of whatever you're looking for, that's as in, just because I go and type up on Google, hey, what's a doctor? The first thing that pop up, they show me. But now I still want to know, what do doctors go through after surgery? How do doctors feel? Or what do doctors do during surgery? Like, you got to do the deep dive. So just because you see the first thing that pop up, that's not always the fact of it. Like, it's just, it might tell you a little bit, but it might be fake, you know. Um, but listen, doctors know this, people know this, and they don't want people to do this. So you won't see a lot of babies around dolphins. You could look it up. Like, people adapt. Look that up. Look up if science or whatever they agree, if as a person, that your main one of people capabilities is to be able to adapt. Just look that up and see that it's a fact. Then you can also look up the likelihood of a child being raised around a dolphin, the, if they would be able to know telekinesis or some type of telecommunication, something like that. Or just look it up and see. It's a fact that it's a very high chance that that child would know some type of telecommunication. That's what dolphins do. So if a child is raised around dolphins, the child would likely become like that. Just like I say, you could have a child, but if you take your child and let them be raised around Vietnamese, that's what they'll learn. They wouldn't know your language unless that they taught them that too. You know, they would adapt to their surroundings, to what they hear, to what they see. They gonna adapt. Some kids, when they born, they automatically already they already know all these different languages. I seen a video. It's a video on my page. It's a baby, about 3 months, 6 months, no older than 6 months. I think the baby was 3 months. I think the baby was even 3 months, but it was no older than 6 months talking. I think the baby was 3 months talking. I was amazed, but at the same time, it's like my grandma. She used to not talk that baby talk to us. Like, can't do no baby talking to the kids. Like how people be playing with the babies and talking to them. No, talk to them like you talk to somebody else. Um, so I always seen kids grow up and they start speaking fast around here, but not that fast. I told my grandma, I say, hey, they got you beat later. You be having the kids talking 2 years old. Hey, they got you beat. but you know, but yeah, though I like it's things that goes on in the world that's amazing that people would not believe, and some things that they see, they would rather say, "Oh man, that ain't nothing but CGI." Oh man, because they see this now. They see that CGI is here, but they don't want to question that when it comes to the moon landing. They don't want to question that when it comes to them showing them these BS things that they be showing them talking about. This how this look out of space, and they don't want to question nothing because it comes from the people that they trust the most. I guess so. When your life lies in their hands, when you like I say, people become afraid, and it becomes sensitive to the point where they like, I don't want to think about this. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to. They don't. They think so deep into something and choose not to want to follow their thoughts. Like I said, you could go outside, wake up in the morning, smell the coffee, go outside and smell the roses, interact with life. Go outside and see that the flowers are real. Go outside and see the trees still got flowers. They even when it's in the fall and the tree everything falling off the trees still alive. The trees still be alive. You know, some people will be like, "Oh man, them trees dead because they naked." Why they dead? Because it ain't no leaves on them. Nah, that tree's still alive. That's like a person that going through something in life. Just because they down right now, that don't mean that they ain't gonna shake back. But people will walk by you because you down at the moment. Just because you ain't got it all right now. But don't let that get you down. Don't let that stop you. You know, just focus on yourself. A lot of people, you know, people don't understand as much as they think they do. I understand because I done been through. I don't. I just lost my dad. I lost my mom a few years ago. Like, people don't know that I be hurting. I be going through things, but I don't show it, and they don't know it. Because I don't show it. People be thinking something wrong with me because I don't show it. There's nothing wrong with me. I just know that you can't fix it. And the only person that could fix it is me. So why would I show you that I'm hurting? And then it's not even as if you gonna really care. You're not gonna hold me when I need to be held. You might look at me like a chump. You probably wanna be like, man, get up off me, nigga, man. What? I don't know how you might feel. Man, I'm tired of listening to him talk. He always want to talk about his problems. I got problems too. We all got problems. So why would I show you that I'm hurting or But people will look at you like something wrong at all times. They will always find something wrong with you rather than figuring out what's wrong with them. They always will try and this with anybody and everything because a person never really want to take on what they got going on because they want to reflect. They don't want to sit and what and waddle in their own mess, you know. They don't want that. Don't nobody want to sit and go sort through their own BS. Like, man, you know what? This is my all my problems right here. Let me fix all my problems. Nobody really want to sit there and actually face that, you know. And the world gives you an outlet, and they'll rather show you that we care more about the people on the decline. We give praise to the people on the decline than trying to do the good thing. They don't like that. The person that's trying to do the right thing, and then if you're doing too much of the right thing and you showing people the right way and all this, oh, you become a problem. Like I said, Jesus was the first one they did it to. And on from there, everybody that was on trying to give out something and give too much of something, mysteriously they disappear or become sick, get locked up, never heard from again. Mysteriously. Everybody who was on such a righteous path and spreading such a good word and wasn't that sick at first, never said nothing about them being sick. I think as that point, you know, I would come and say, hey y'all, you know, I'm sick, I'm going through this, I got these problems going on. You know, you would have known. You would have known something. You know, just like some people who be doing their due diligence. You know, I smoke, but I don't do other things to the point where people would feel as if, oh man, you doing this and you gonna kill yourself doing all that. So I wouldn't think people would assume that just out the blue that I did such, but people would if it's convincing, and that's what they do. They will convince others that these are the facts, but we don't. They don't want me on here, man. They trying to get rid of me. They don't want me talking about what I'm talking about. That's the second time that I'm saying something about. But you don't know, man. People don't be knowing. Yeah, I know. I got some great Wi-Fi. Believe me. I went got this whatchamacallit Wi-Fi thing. This what that damn Wi-Fi thing called? I can't even think of it, man. But the new shit, the motherfucker give you a whole lot of bars. You know, it give you your Wi you check your Wi-Fi speed and shit, that motherfucker going all the way past 100. Sometimes that motherfucker going 200. So I can't even think of what it is, man. It's the new shit though. You know, damn, I be telling everybody to get it too. I be telling everybody to get this Wi-Fi. But I be having so much in my mind, I can't think of the actual name of what the Wi-Fi is actually called. See, right now, my bars is all the way up. My internet thing is showing everything all the way up. But I can't even think of what it's called. But yeah, I want y'all to understand. Aliens are real. We are not the only ones here on this plantation. This is not just they call it a planet. This is a plantation. Listen, it's so much truth that's in the Bible. It's to me it's I be I be like, man, how can people just try and twist the words and try and make it what they want to because they don't wanna accept what they see. You know? That I see it all the time. You probably see it all the time. Where somebody could tell someone else something. That person tells somebody else. And they be like, nah, next thing you know, it's like, nah, that ain't what he said. They meant this though. Yeah, but they can actually repeat the actual words that the person told them. They could tell you that the exact words that they told them. But they would try and tell you, but that ain't how he meant it though. He ain't mean it like that. He meant it like this. This what he meant. What? What? You just I could tell somebody something. I could tell a female something, but she'll want me to say it in a different way or something because she would think she, I meant this. No, you. But it ain't even got to be the conversation. You could type it, but if you said they could receive it different. But you said the same exact thing as what you typed, but they received it different when you said it. Because verbal communication mean a lot sometimes, you know, depending on the conversation and things like that. The verbal communication mean a lot, but people will take the words in the Bible and try and misconstrue them in their own way. And a lot of truth that's in there, and some of the other things that people want to try and change or try and feel as if okay, it was meant like this though, and they want to reword it, you know, to look past all the BS, just X out the things that, or just to see all the truth, everything that's in it that makes sense. Just to look at it like that. It's too much truth there to say that it's BS. It's too much truth there that point out the things that's going on right now to this day for me to say that that Bible is not true. That it, or a Bible, the real Bible, for that it's for me to say that there's no real truth to a real Bible. It's it's too much truth in that one book itself for me to say. Now I may be able to say, nah, that book is not all the way true. I could probably say that, but to say that there's no real one out there, I can't say that. They don't show you the full map of the world. Your ancestors did back in the day. That's where they get the map from. That's where they get the map from. Back in the day. And then, you know, they talk about how they deal, you know, that they do deals, they do actual, like, just like business meetings, or you see people do business deals and things like that. Where you think they get that from? They didn't just come up with that. It's not like, oh man, we just gonna start do business deals. That ain't how that came up. That came up from handshakes or in promises and people doing things like that, writing it down, signing in blood, whatever. You know, making a bond, making treaties, making agreements. You know, and things like that. That's where these things come from. So yes, they did make agreements with aliens and your ancient ancestors or whomever, things like that. But they not fair. They are not they are not having your best interests at heart. They play to the best of their ability of what they can that fits them. That's they try to do. That's really and truly what they try to do, to get as much as where it benefits and fits them. Um, so it'd be misleading to what they. That's how you get the globe and you got a map. So that's how you get both. You got a globe and a map, but the map is cut out because they don't show everything on the map, and they don't want people to just go to the treasures and things like that for what they were saying, but that's not the truth. They just want people to be blind to it and manipulated to what they tell you. That's the truth. They don't want people to know what lies outside of these walls. Now, on the map, yes, they show you it's 4 corners on that map, but people know, they know, oh no, that ain't what that mean. No, that's just not the full map. They'll argue with you, oh, no, the world is circle like the globe because it is that and the third. Mm. Boy, let me let me smoke right quick, man. What is that? What is that? That hair grease or something? What is that? That's that hair grease. I don't want no build up in my hair. Listen, man. I guess I be talking too much. I guess I be saying too much. I don't want my conversation to be misleading. I just want people to think for themselves and actually do the research. Look up and see the restricted flight patterns that they have, prohibited flight patterns, and it's the third one. But just look up restricted flight patterns, all the restricted flight patterns. Just type that up on Google right quick and see how many flight patterns that they have, and watch that it make that circle within the areas people are. Oh my goodness, man, they don't want me talking about this. I'm trying to get y'all the truth. They don't want me to get y'all the truth. Just look it up. People be so stuck on Area 51. You know, look at what they told you. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Misdirection is the key. They showed you that in magic. But at the same time, all magic is not fake or just misdirection or sleight of hand or whatever you want to call it. All magic is not that. Where do you think they got magic from? Witchcraft. Where do you think all that stuff come from? You think all that stuff was just made up and now they just got people who act like it? Warlocks. You know, whatever you may want to call, you think all these things was just made up. No. It would be nice to just live in a fairy tale land and just think everything was just fake. Oh man, I'm out here living a perfect life. I ain't never gonna get hurt. Nobody is never gonna rob me, like in the movies, you know. But you see it every day. You see these things that been in the movies happening, but you'll want to block out the things that seem so unbelievable because that's what they tell you. Oh no, that ain't true. I don't know. I'll look them up. I'm not sure. I probably have. I probably have. Um, it's just it's so much to talk about because there's so much out there in the world that's going on, you know. And people be so just stuck into living their life every day. They don't. They either they don't care or it is being ignored or it's not being brought to their attention because they been busy doing everything else. You know, like I say, you stuck in that. You stuck in the zone. They got you in a box. They got you. They got you zoned out. They got you on. They got your body stuck in a routine every day. They got you stuck doing the same thing every day. It's nothing new you really trying to step into. It ain't really no new foods you trying to try. I don't want to bring, because people stuck into the same routine every day. They comfortable. So for me to tell them somebody, man, the world ain't this, man. It's flat. Man, look on the map. How you think people travel? People travel using Google, using maps and things like that. They ain't using no globe because the globe ain't gonna take you into the right direction. And then they'll argue about science, how they say about this and about that. But science always be lying about things. They not always telling the truth because then they'll come back and tell you this. They'll come back and, but man, they be telling you most of the truth. They just they be knowing these things, but you don't know nothing about that. Okay, so if I bring out my truth, how come it's not simple for them to explain it? Why they got to go around it and try and bring out all these different? My truth be simple. I be having some simple things to say, like the world not spinning because, and these my reasons. Even as simple as taking a compass. Take a compass, you set it down, it don't move. If you move it a little bit, it'll move, but it won't move at all. So you mean to tell me the one thing in this world that may be perfect is a compass? That compass is perfect, but if a magnet come by, it'll start going crazy. That's the only downside to a compass. You take the helicopter, and they already did this, where it hovers for like 2 days or something like that. You look up the longest helicopter. The I did this before. I looked it up for the people and everything. Look up the what it is. They got it in the Guinness Book of World Records, where the helicopter hovered in the same spot for almost 2 days, or probably even longer than 2 days. Probably an hour or something longer than 2 days. I don't really remember, but it was for a long period of time. Um, my thoughts is okay, if the helicopter hovers in the same exact spot for that long period of time, the wind didn't come by. It ain't like the wind blew it. It ain't like um, if the world was turning. This is what I think. If the world was turning, that helicopter should have been close to either got closer to a building. Let's just say if it was close by a building or anything, the buildings would have got closer to it or farther apart from it. The cars in the parking lot. I'm just giving a reference, just giving, if it was this scenario, if it was in that type of setting, you know, um, or wherever it did take place, the earth would have moved, even a little bit or a lot of bit, whatever. It's no way the helicopter should be in the same exact space as it took off if it's only hovering in that same spot. For the world is rotating. And it's not as if the helicopter is sitting on the ground. It is above ground. It's not like a string is attached to this helicopter and attached to a pole. No, it is by itself, floating in the air. It would have moved. If a sniper is shooting at a target, I would have to move my gun over this way or that way, depending on how the world is rotating, for my bullet to reach my target at the right point. Because once this bullet leave out this chamber, it's nothing that's grounding it to the ground. So once it's getting it into the air, it's by itself. So the world is still rotating. So the bullet gonna have to reach its target. So depending on which way the world is rotating, I'm gonna have to move over this way or that way. But if it's not rotating, I can aim straight directly on. Just like I say, if not true, it would be simple for science to point these things out. But they gotta go all the way around all this. Oh no, no, there's blah 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 blah. No, make it simple. So people can understand, just like I made it simple for people to understand. Because I could break down every little thing into a simple fashion. No matter how they put it out there, I could bring it back to you and make it real simple for you to understand. Like, okay, yes, this is true. Okay, yes, that's true. But like I say, once I start going into things and to such or such in fashion, it become a problem. For a lot of people don't want to even get into that. A lot of people want to try to deflect that type of conversation, for they are comfortable with the way they live in their life. They don't care for all the extra things. They already they good. They just want to reach $1 million. They just want to reach 1 million followers. They just want to be able to ride luxury and buy these cars and houses. You know, people thoughts have become, like I say, people have been manipulated into looking in this way when you're supposed to be looking that way. You think they focused in on buying cars, houses, clothes, and things like that when they got as much money as they need? You think they focused in on that type of stuff? Oh man, let's design a new car. Let's design a new house. Let's design a different type of plane. You think that's what they focused in on? Or you think they focused in on, you think they give you the best technology? You think they give you the best of the best when they first get it, or when they first discover it or whatever? You think they give it to you just like, or do you think they break it down to make it more simplified and a watered down version of what they have? You know, they got the best of the best. They ain't giving you the best of the best. They not finna allow you to do the things that they allow to do with what they have. Man, listen. The world is bigger than what they show you. It's more to life than what they show you. But they have you focused in on the smaller things rather than other things, or even thinking about other things, to basically keep you enslaved. It's hard to become a better person when you're so focused in on all the bad things you did. You know, the reason I say it that way, if they have you so focused in on all the thing it is to life, is money, cars, clothes, house, all these fashion things, jewelry, if they got you focused in on that, there's no reason to look for nothing else. That's what people don't believe they have powers. You know, like I say, you can look it up. Depending on your DNA, the environment you live in plays a factor to your health. If you live in a cold environment, depending on your DNA, it can be a good thing or a bad thing. Same go for the heat. Same go for being in the hills or in the high elevated climate. You know, all these things plays a part. People don't know this, but you can look it up and see that it's a fact. Why they don't tell people these things? Why they don't? It's the same reason why they don't fix the water system or give you why the healthier foods are more expensive. It's a lot of questions on why this, why it, it's a lot of questions you can ask. But the fact of the matter is, if you look at everything, you'll see. If you looked at everything on why the healthier foods is more expensive than the other foods, why the water systems are not fixed, or why they don't better the water systems when it's other countries that's in worse conditions or don't have very have little money and they water systems better than ours. If you look at all the things that they allow bad for us, you will see that like it's no questions that actually need to be had. You will see that it's like for me to speak on it, it's just bringing awareness, just letting people know. Like, hey, did you know this? Hey, did you know that? And wondering, do people even care? Or is you really a monster? Because that's what a person is. If you look up the old term of it, like I say, I'm going to post a video, but it's thoughts that I have for myself rather than questions that I have for someone else. Because as I look at the world and look at how people behave, they more into the nonsense things rather than the positive things. There's nobody out here. They like, why would I better myself if everybody else living like this? I can't answer that. You only can answer that. Just because I better myself don't mean everybody else really ready to better themselves. I'm not here to force nobody to do nothing. I can tell you this though, God is real, just as real as the devil. To me, and people don't understand when I tell them this. To me, it's like you can make God mad and he could become a devil. We all got feelings. God not just gonna allow you, or not just gonna, God ain't just gonna sit back and let the devil just walk all over you, or just come into my life and take me and make me a demon. Oh yeah, you gonna be a part of my, hell nah, that ain't finna happen. That is not finna happen. But if I choose to go over there and sign up and want to be, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's different. I made my choice. So why would I be mad at God because I went out there and made my choice on me being over there? Now I'm mad at God. Why you let me do this? You should have stopped me. Type of mess is that? That's how people are. That's how they act. Like, you know what you did. You know what you was doing. You knew you didn't want to plead for forgiveness. You chose not to. A lot of people choose not to plead for forgiveness or want forgiveness for what they done, and they know what they done was wrong. They be thinking to themselves like, God ain't gonna forgive me. You already made your choice on that then. At that point, you made you made it to where God ain't gonna forgive me. You told yourself that, but you ain't never asked God. You ain't gonna ask God. God wouldn't. God, I think God forgive a lot of people. Especially because we are misled. Don't know what we do. People don't know. People don't have no understanding, no value of life itself. That's why I be telling people, wake up and smell the coffee, go outside and smell the roses. Birds and stuff, everything be chirping out here. But you act as if you don't understand none of it because you've been so blinded. You've been blocked out. Everything been blocked out from you, so you don't understand nothing the birds chirping about in the morning. You don't hear none what the grass saying and none. You don't care for none of it. It knows. Life knows because it sees you. It sees the person you have become. So what makes you think that something wants to be there when it knows the monster you have became? A person, a human being. What they want you to be labeled as. You is no longer godly. You was when you was a child. Look at how babies look at everything, and certain people and how they smile at certain people don't even be knowing them. It's just the aura. That person might even be sad or something. You don't even know. And then you look up and that baby over there smiling at them, waving at them or anything. It probably even brought joy to that person. It does to me. I got a video I'm gonna post up along with them other videos. A butterfly come land on me, and I'm talking about it didn't fly off. It flew off when I went in the house. I got too hot sitting out here that day, and I went in the house. The butterfly flew off. Then I got a video where the butterfly landed on me. I'm talking about I'm sitting out here putting the butterfly all up to my face, everything. Good energy. Animals know when people are good. A lot of times people be snakes in the grass. Sometimes a dog could be barking, don't bark at nobody, but then see that one person start barking at them. Sometimes it probably ain't even the person that they barking at. It's just that the the demon that's with that person. Yeah, I'm into sports betting. Man, listen, I used to do parlays. I used to do 20 parlay, lose by one. I could show you my bet slips. I got a actual bet slip on here. If you look it up, I got one bet slip I posted on here. It's in my YouTube shorts. Matter of fact, I think it's two bet slips because I got one on one sport thing, and I got another on something else. But the actual bet slips, oh yeah, I bet it on them. I bet it on them, but my parlay ain't gonna go through. My parlay ain't gonna go through. I know it's my parlay over with. But I bet it on them though. Like I say, I do a 20. I used to do a 20 parlay. This is what I used to do. And almost every single time I lose by one. I be in my head, I be like, man, I'm trying to break them. I'm trying to hit a lick. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to, you know. Hey, listen. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I ever do something like that, if I ever hit my parlays like that, I'm gonna look out for my people. You hear me? So if y'all be on here when I do hit like that, guess hey, believe me, I ain't the only one who gonna be happy. You know, I don't operate that way. Money don't move me. You know, but I understand the value of money. So I I wouldn't be the only one happy. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be the only one happy if I hit that parlay, Mr. Biggs. You might be getting something, man. Like for real. Just, you can look on my YouTube. Look at my shorts. It's a I was outside. I was out here like this, so it's on my shorts. If you just look at it, you'll see that I ain't BSing around, and that's just one bet slip that I posted. But I got a lot of them. I got a lot of bet slips where I lost by one. Be very disappointed. not really that disappointed because I don't bet a lot. You know, I don't bet a lot at all. But the payout when you got them 20 bet slips and they hit, oh Lord. Especially like if I'm when I be thinking to myself like, oh man, they got them as like the minus and plus on the bet slips. The plus is saying that they gonna lose. The minus saying they gonna win. Sometimes I go with the plus. Now, the bet slips I be losing on sometimes, and this will get me. Let's say a negative 1,000. Negative 1,000. Yeah, I'm a bet with them. A lot of times, hey, they lose, man. Sometimes they be losing, man, and that kill me. Cause if I would have bet it, it would have been plus plus 2,000, plus 3,000, plus 5,000, and hey, that alone, my bet slip already be doing numbers like this one time. I ain't gonna kid you. Since we talking about it, I had 4 bets. When I placed my but I was about to place my 4 bets. When I made my 4 bets and I looked at the payout, I said, hell nah. They was offering me like 100,000 on them 4 bets for off of like $1, $1 or something like that. I was like, hell nah, I ain't finna place this bullshit, man. That shit ain't gonna go through. Excuse my language, YouTube, but you know, man, I placed that bet. Well, I didn't place the bet. I changed my bet. I think I took two of them bets off. Or I changed the one that made it go up so high. That's what I did. I changed the one that made it go up so high and picked a different team. I say now I'm gonna go with the opposite team because for that price to jump up like that, man, that's ridiculous. I went and picked five more teams. Three of my teams on my bet slip lost, and the one that lost was the one. If I would have kept the 4 bets I had at first, it would have went through. I said, Lord have mercy. Hey, listen. Listen. So sometimes them odds, that don't mean nothing. Sometimes them odds don't mean nothing. It's the player. It's the person it's the person sometimes, man. Yeah, listen, man. I done lost a few bet slips. I done lost a few bet slips like that. Listen. I done had it to where, like I'm telling you, man, I got over 10 bet slips for sure. Maybe over 20. I might got close to 20. Or maybe over 20. I don't know. But I know for sure I got close to 20 bet slips where I lost by one pick. Reconnecting. Alright, there we go. But listen though, I want people to understand. Enjoy life, man. Don't let people bring you down. We It's a lot of bullies out here in this world. You know, people that been bullied through school. Gotta understand people go life, you know. So it ain't no reason to bring no more hatred into that person's life or anybody's life. You know, a person already been frustrated, been emotionally damaged, everything. You know, it's a curse that been brought on to the people, and they don't even know it. They don't. They would rather not believe that they family or they have been cursed due to what their parents or their grandparents did in the past. People don't want to believe that. These are the facts. This is the truth. Look at back in the day, there was this royal family. There was this royal family. I'm gonna post a video up. They did not like the fact that basically, like, let's say a half sister or half brothers or whatever the case may be, was gonna be treated as them. Like, they looking at them like, y'all not a part of our family. Y'all not royal. Y'all not, you know. So they disowned them. They 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 got them. They took them. They got rid of them. You know, they got rid of them because they did not want to share their royals. They didn't want to share their inheritance or their royalty or nothing. They didn't want them to be treated like them. Nothing. You know. So they got rid of them. Um, I'm gonna post the video up so y'all can understand what I be wanting y'all to understand. So I don't want people to think. I don't want people to not think. You know, that I don't care or that I'm just talking a whole bunch of nonsense. You know, I don't want you to think that I'm saying all the bad stuff and don't want to say nothing good. What is it good to say? Tell me the good things to talk about. You know, to talk about, oh man, this person won a basketball game, or oh man, this person just created this new business, or okay, that's good. Or oh man, what about the person that just created this new technology? Yeah, we could talk about things like that, but what about all the things that's going on? What about these people that's being taken? You know, what about the kids that's being took? And then they act as if they don't know where they at. They can't find them. What about these people that's just been took, mysteriously just vanishing, or just disappearing? Don't nobody know where they at, or act as if they don't know where they at. How these people get overseas, but you able to stop all these drug busts, but you ain't noticed this somebody had a person in there. You know, how do these things be allowed to happen? Don't nobody want to really talk about it or don't really want to get to the facts of it. They really want to just ignore it once it get too gruesome for them. Once it started going too far down that rabbit hole, they bag out. Uh-uh. That's too much for me. Let's go over here and ignore all that right there. We ain't finna talk about that. We finna go over here and do that. That's what really be going on. Why y'all think people just ignore the stuff and just walk away from it? It get too far into the rabbit hole. And the deeper that rabbit hole go, they know. They might not make it up out of that. They probably ain't gonna be able to climb up out that rabbit hole fast enough. Cause it's some evil rabbits down there. People don't wanna talk about it. Or they might end up down there and become part of them evil rabbits. People don't want to talk about it. Why they get so scared? Cause them people, they know something. They they communicate with what they don't to keep from you. They already in communication with what they want to keep from you, and they tell you this, and they tell them that they got you looking like you a monster. Yeah, yeah, I could tell, man. I'm going too far into I'm going too far into it, I could tell. For my internet to jump every time I get into this type of conversation. But when I'm speaking regular on sports betting and other things, it's great. It's good. I can talk about other stuff, but as soon as I started talking about this, the internet messing up. It's crazy. I want people to understand when this video posted up, I'm gonna leave this video up so people can still watch it. But I want people to understand. A lot of times, this is what I really truly believe. This my honest truth. You know how you could be in a public setting, sometimes at school, you may see a child or you may see this student with this disability or not like others, but people treating them a certain way, talking to them a certain way, don't even talk to them like they human no more. They don't even talk to them. They talking to them like a baby. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. You could go and talk with that person. That person will laugh with you, especially when you got a good spirit. That person, you can almost understand what that person almost saying back just from looking at them. Almost just from looking at them, you can almost understand what that person's saying when you got a good spirit. When that person when that person talking like, you know what I mean? You can almost understand what they saying. You can see the hurt in their eyes. The eyes is the window to the soul. Some people don't have no soul. Some people have a soul and it's just getting darker. Like the light to in their eyes is getting dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, and they don't even know it. It's just becoming the dark place. It's like you've been put into a sunken place, like on Get Out, the movie Get Out. It's like you don't realize, hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You left with nothing but pureness, good. That's all you left with. But people put themselves in such a dark place and know nothing but hurtful things. So they try and shed people away from all the darkness because that's what they see and that's what they know. But they not sharing people with all the goodness. That's the scary part of it. You would shield people. You would buy armor and buy all this protection from all the bad things that you went out there and seen. But you ain't sharing none of the good things that you seen. That's the scary part. People don't share with you the benefits. They don't tell you, oh man, look, this the easy way that how I went and got my money. Or, nah, come by my course. Come by my course and then learn how I did this and how I did that. And I probably ain't gonna tell you that the full way of doing it that way. Just because it was simple for me, don't think it's gonna be simple for you. People not finna help bring you up with them because they want to look down on somebody. That's what make them feel better. They get to look down on somebody. So don't be blinded into thinking that's the way to go. Because that's the way they went. You know, it seemed like that's the way to go because they make it seem all like, yeah, man, get you a house, get you a car, and all these girls gonna come. The booty is a devilish thing. You hear me? You get blinded by the booty, not the beauty. You blinded by the booty. You know that, man. Listen, you got all these women. Yeah, it look good. I'm gonna have to end my live, man. It keep going on like this. They don't want me live. They don't want me to talk about this. But I feel like it need to be said though, cause it's the truth. Them Jezebels ain't right. It's a difference in a Jezebel and an actual woman, a lady, a person who know they worth, know themselves. You know, a man who know himself and know his worth. And a lot of men, man, a lot of people nowadays don't know themselves. They lost themselves chasing behind the dream of others and what they've been manipulated to think is the way. So it's their dream, it's their goal, it's this the life. But be miserable on the inside, losing their family, getting divorced, losing their houses and all that stuff, be having to get to their wife and the person they used to be married to because they didn't actually understand that she was a Jezebel. You know, man, listen. A, 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 a person, if you if if you interact with another person, y'all spirits are interlocked. They can't stop y'all from doing that. If they could, they would. If they could stop people, cause that's another spiritual thing. All the things that really spiritual and things like that, they try and make it to where people don't have easable access to it or don't know about it, don't but all these things and make it to the point where it's not true. They want you to don't believe in it and things like that. Having relations is another spiritual thing that people do without actually really knowing it. If they could stop y'all from doing that, they would. If they could stop a person from making babies, they would. People don't understand when you are engaging into them activities with each other, your thoughts plays a lot. You all thoughts plays a lot. If y'all are on the same frequency, you can make a genius. You can have a genius if y'all on the same frequency. People don't understand what they do. They just know what they know from what they was taught and what they see and things like that, but they don't really understand the full concept of what's taking place. When you lay down with your partner or whomever you lay down with, yo, you all spirits are interlocking. So you gonna carry around the spirits that she brought to the table. She gonna carry around the spirits that you brought to the table. So if you got this bad spirit that be coming to you and bringing these type of emotions, best believe she gonna have it at some point. She gonna go through it at some point. It's gonna come to her at some point. It might not be all the time like it probably be for you. It probably be every blue moon, but best believe it's coming. Your attitude or whatever, she might come with it sometimes. You gonna see it, depending on how long y'all dealing with each other. The person that she was with before you, or however it may, is coming with it, and people don't realize it, but it's there. That attitude of whomever that person was dating is on them, and they don't even realize it, cause they attitude weighs more. They spirit weighs out more. But you got a little bit of their spirit in you. Believe it. It's a fact. Listen, I just want people to understand life is amazing. It's more to life than what you know. They don't even understand what you are. I'm gonna post a video. Um, love yourself a little bit more than what you do every day. Understand God is real. Read not say love yourself a little bit more than what you do every day. A lot of people lose sight of themselves pretending to be somebody else. They put on this front going to work, trying to please their boss. They put on this front being around their friends, trying to be cool to their friends. A lot of people lose sight of themselves and don't even know what they actually want to do with their life. A lot of people don't know what they want to become in life. A lot of people feel like they failed and they don't really have these opportunities no more. You haven't failed. You still got a lot of opportunities. Still a lot out there for you to do. It's still a lot out there for you to become and for you to explore and for you to know. But they block it from you. You know, it's almost like looking up trying to see aliens. They blocking it from you. Yeah, they there. I wouldn't want to show myself if I'm looking at people like they dangerous, like monsters. Why would I want to present myself to something that I'm looking at like a monster? Or I might have slight ideas or slight hope for. I might be looking like, yeah, this is a good person. I'm hoping this person is a good person. Or I'm hoping they do the right thing if I tell them this or I tell them that or whatever. I wouldn't really want to trust that neither. And especially from doing the observance and looking at everything. You can't just judge for one thing. I gotta judge everything, you know? So for me to sit back and look at everything a person is doing and everything as a whole, as a humanity, yeah, it's not too many people. It's very settled for me to want to come down and be like, hey, y'all, I'm an alien. Look at me. Greetings, Earthlings. Come on, man. Come on, man. Where you from? Oh, I'm from here too. Oh, it's right down the street. To me, it's just right. It's right there. You know, to you all, it's like another planet, I guess. You know, cause it's on the other side of the world. Like they don't let y'all come that far. I guess if y'all planes or whatever can't make it. I don't. Hey, listen. These are my thoughts. You know, sometimes I could go too far into the conversation and lead y'all on to into a dark place like they do when they talk about outer space. They lead y'all out there into that dark place that y'all don't know nothing about. A world that's unimaginable. That's all you could do is think about it because of what they put out there on paper and make it seem so realistic by CGI or whatever they using to create these photos. And come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then you got people like, man, the world ain't flat. It'll look like this out of space. You don't know how that shit look. You don't know how it look. You gonna go off of what they show you. Why they stop even drones from being able to fly up a certain height? Why it's illegal for that? They made it illegal for a drone to go above a certain height because people wanted to take them up and see things, and they started taking them up and seeing things that they wasn't supposed. Come on, man. Like really and truly, like it's a good question, right? They won't let you put a they won't let you do too much of nothing. They don't want you to do too much of nothing. They don't want you to get on the plane and fly in one direction just for you to know what you want to see. And just for your clarification, or say forget it, you don't want nobody on that plane, let me just put some cameras on it facing out the windows in real time so I can see what's going on. Nah. Mm-mm. No indeed. No indeed. They ain't finna let you do none of that. They ain't gonna show you none of that. You know what? I'ma just end the live. That's what we gonna do. As soon as we kick back in, it say reconnecting. Should be connected now. I'ma just end the live. They gonna keep on disconnecting me. I see my bars full. There's no reason for them to just be disconnecting me like that, saying there's bad internet connection. Everything in the house still got the internet connection. The TV still got the internet connection. Everything still got internet connection. It's just when I get into these type of conversation, these type of things happen. Peace and blessings, man. Mr. Big, I'm gonna post a video. If you see it, I'm gonna have a video come up, man. If you watch it, you'll see why I mentioned this to you. Cause I don't really want to say too much. I don't want people to feel like, oh man, you told him, and it's easy for him to do it. I don't want people to think nothing of that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna post a video up after this, and you know what I'm saying. If you watch it, you know, it's something. It should be something in there for you to watch, and I'll just be looking for a comment. You know, and it goes for anybody that's on here or anybody that watched the video. You know, just leave a comment. I'm gonna be. It's something I'm gonna look for a certain comment. You know, but that's really all it is. But appreciate everybody that enjoyed this content. I'm gonna try and bring more videos like this and other videos for you guys. Um, I understand that this might be a touchy subject or too deep of a conversation for some people, but I just want people to think for themselves and to be aware of the things that's actually going on. Don't get caught up into thinking on something too long or just being caught up into a situation or whatever for too long. You know, let it go, come back, think about it again another time. Or, you know, decompose. Try and self-relieve yourself from whatever it is that may be going on. Like I say, I lost my dad on the 1st of September. My brother's birthday was September the 2nd. I lost my mom a few years ago. Um, I try not to show a lot of emotions. You know, I can't tell other people how to feel just because I feel a certain way, or I found a way to deal with my emotions. That don't mean the same thing will work for other people, you know. But what I can say, anger, all the bad emotions cause a sickness within yourself. Stress, anger, all these things like that. If you can't, if you can find a way to just become peaceful at times, or try and find something to just, even when I found to laugh at certain things, or to try and find a way to laugh at, you know, like somebody could be like, man, them on took my money, man, and whatever, you know. Sometimes I could laugh at a person's situation, even though I'm not really laughing at them. I'm laughing because it's like, man, that's messed up. It's messed up. Like I don't wanna just sit there and just be like, oh man, that's messed up, man, I'm mad. I don't wanna when things happen to me like that, I don't wanna just be like, oh I'm mad. Sometimes I laugh to, laugh it off for the fact of the matter is anger, stress, all these bad emotions causes sickness within a person. And it drains your energy. It build up mucus, which clogs the blood system, clogs the membrane. It does things. It does. It does kill you. That's why I try to bring awareness with this. I try to let help people understand that bad emotions and thoughts is what kills the person. It's the mucus and stress is what kills a person, and how people become sick. It's mucus. That's that's what it is when a person is sick, going through anything, almost everything. They got mucus build up somewhere. I'm telling you a fact. You know, it always leads to some type of mucus buildup, you know, to the brain, the blood system, the body, somewhere in the body, but it's mucus somewhere. That's the leading cause to that problem. You know, like I say, the DNA within the person, if you look and see what your DNA type is, what your blood type is, you can find out what environment is best for you. For instance, you could be a certain blood type, and your blood type, you might not like the heat. You might like the cold, and your blood type like the cold. You know, if your blood type like the heat, you need to move somewhere in a warmer climate. You will become more healthier. You will stay less sick. And if you got a partner who's the same blood type, it's a high chance your child have the same blood type, or somewhere close. It might be on your parents, your grandparents, or her parents or grandparents. It might be one of them, but it's a high chance y'all child have the same blood type too. Um, Blood types play a big part into the health issues in the person, and the foods that you should consume and things like that. Your 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 body take on different foods from another person, or prefer different foods, just like your taste buds. A person probably say, man, I don't like mayonnaise, and this person might love mayonnaise. You know, depending on their blood type, hey, they blood type might need that type of whatever. But like, this is a fact, man. Like, if you all could look it up and do your own fact checking behind me about everything that I talked about, or whatever, or some of the things I talked about. You know, just like I was saying about the thoughts. When not thinking on the bad thoughts and things like that. You could look up and see they did these doctors then did a test. I can't think of the actual name of what it's called, but basically all the test is manipulation, or me telling you that this, you got two pills, they both look the same, they look identical, they can have the same markings on it, but I modified these pills. I made this real pill and I made a fake pill. I made a sugar pill look just like the real one, and then I got the real pill. But I got two patients. They both got the same symptoms. I give both of them a pill. I give one of them a sugar pill. I give one of them the real pill. They come in a week later. Both of their symptoms have been fixed. Both of them. Look it up. This have already been done. How is this? The brain. He thought it was what he needed. So far, it worked as such. The other guy, he took the real thing. He thought it was the real thing. It worked as such. Same thing with the guy that took the sugar pill. It's the brain. They have people looking one way when you should be looking this way. Look up. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Some magic is real. Some magic is fake. Just like witchcraft. But now they doing it on you. Now they using witchcraft on you. You used to use it against them. Now they using it against you. These are the facts. Peace, love, and happiness, man. Listen. Love yourself a little bit more than what you do every day. Understand God is real. Good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, whatever time y'all may be watching this video, whatever time zone y'all in. I appreciate y'all tuning in and listening to me. You know, now it's time for y'all to do y'all own research and see for yourselves. I'm also finna post a video up for you guys to see some of the things that I touched on in this live stream. I hope you all have a blessing.